realmente entregando uma proposta de valor bastante consistente. Então, entre emoção e razão. Nós, varejistas, temos uma visão bastante pragmática normalmente e entendemos que basicamente a razão é que leva o nosso consumidor a fazer escolhas, a tomar decisões, e por isso divulgamos com bastante ênfase precinho, prazão, como aspectos essenciais para o processo de compra. Essa pesquisa, que levou ao Prêmio Nobel de Economia de 2002, ela demonstrou que, na verdade, não existe decisão tomada sem que se integre emoção e razão. O cérebro é colaborativo. Nenhuma decisão, nem mesmo amarrar um sapato, é tomada sem uma carga emocional, porque o cérebro integra essas duas facetas ao tomar decisões.
Retail is really sort of fighting for and figuring out how we modernize our time with our clients or our customers. But before I can talk about what we're doing today and how we're doing it today and maybe where we're winning, I've got to take you back nearly 200 years and talk first about Louis Vuitton the man.
He was just 14 when he left the Jura on a journey to Paris where he learned to master carpentry. Carpentry which he used to engineer crinoline petticoats. For Empress Eugenie, Louis became a man of note. Noted by the world of fashion, his fame was gracious and still dominates fashion today. Always creative, always audacious. Audacious, synonymous with his name, where art and craftsmanship soon became, from Capucine to Aimière, sources of innovation beyond compare. Comparing his customers' needs, his intuition of an age of greater travel than any before. He invented the flat trunk, the first modern luggage, the famous S-lock, an impeccable thief block, the mini trunk, and so much more. More cases, accessories, and custom luggage, visionary in all types of voyage. Savognin de Brazza's camp bed trunk for explorers caused a sensation amongst the influencers. Influencing the 30s as women found a voice, Louis Vuitton's new keyball gave them a choice of purses to carry that are now fashion icons. Iconic is the monogram LV, standing for true artistry. Art nourished by travel, then further enhanced by Sprouse Murakami evolving in a dance. Dance of creative genius soaring onward and up, like the wind-blown sails of the America's Cup. Cup sails that echo the avant-garde lines of the foundation, a symbol that defines the courage beloved of Louis Vuitton.
And at home, Louis Vuitton's mom passed away and his father remarried, and it was a very real story that you may hear about the wicked stepmother. She wasn't a very nice woman, and Louis Vuitton wanted to leave home. So he set out on a journey that took about 2 years, headed to Paris. At that time, in the 1800s, it was common that young men had to be craftsmen and learn a skill. So Louis Vuitton spent a lot of time during this 2 years. A gentleman by the name of Mr. Marchel, who was a master box or trunk maker at that time. Louis Vuitton quickly showed that he had great skill and became very well known for his box making skills. He was then later, by Mr. Marchel, given to one of the most renowned clients at the time, Empress Eugenie, who was Napoleon's wife. He was her personal packer. And I share this with you because that word personal, we're talking early 1800s now, that word personal was very, very critical at that time. Keep in mind, this was before jet planes. When people traveled, they often went away for months or even a year at a time. What they took with them was not just their outfits on a little suitcase like many of you may have come here with. They took 20, 30, 50, sometimes hundreds of trunks with them, taking all of their belongings. At this time, think of women's gowns that were giant. The average woman would change her outfit 2 or 3 times per day, and the same for gentlemen as well. They brought their tea set with them, their champagne set. They brought everything from home with them. So these trunks were critical. That personal touch that Louis Vuitton began back then is still alive today, and part of what makes us very, very unique in the marketplace. Organized this workshop to help us to reduce waste, to help us in some areas in how we cut product. But the ladies and gentlemen, the craftsmen and craftswomen who are placing nails into our trunks that are in a perfect line, do it without any machine assistance. Very sort of song that is played all day. So again, something from the 1850s that has not changed, that really keeps the personal touch in our product. Because they were outside under the climate and the weather, so it was important that the rain would roll off. Louis Vuitton was known for the canvas that you all know us for today, that he coated to help protect the trunks or the boxes from the elements, and when he made the flat top, stack boxes. So think how hard it was if every trunk you had around top, you needed a lot of space to take them with you. And this again was a revolutionary, very personal idea in the 1800s. Jacobs joined the company, and that's when ready-to-wear clothing first came to our brand. It was just women's ready-to-wear at that time. So if you think it's just over 20 years that we've been involved with clothing, that's rather soon, rather near. It's not so far away. Great example of disruption. We were looking to grow the men's business. We were looking to attract millennials. And we're learning so much right now with Virgil. I think nearly every retailer is trying to unlock this connection point that is personal and relevant to this millennial population, and specifically these young men who will line up around the block overnight for product that they really care about. It's streetwear, more relevant in an area that's some are saying maybe less luxury, but more cool. And I think that's just a matter of opinion and how you think about what you see that's coming from the house. 5,000 employees at Louis Vuitton globally. You'll see that we're skewed mostly in retail, 14,500 of them in our retail stores, 9,000 people in our manufacturing and supply chain, only 1,000 people in the office. So just having this conversation with David at lunch that we believe in a lean organization, putting everyone we can in front of the customer is our #1 priority. So we'll decision that will allow us to have just one more person in front of our customer. 30% of our employee base outside of France. 100% comes from our manufacturing facilities. We are only found in Louis Vuitton stores and on some random corners in New York City. As you walk around, you'll see some guys with, that's our product, it's our technology that we share with them. So we don't wholesale the product, we're in full control. A very always full price proposition. You know, all of the categories or métiers that we're a part of. So many of you know us for travel, maybe leather goods for sure, ladies and our wraps and scarves, but part of where we're going in the future is making sure that we're not just a one-note brand, and that we have many categories and métiers that will meet the customer where they are, and that will really be part of their lifestyle. In the bottom right, that hangs from the ceiling. So we have things for your home as well. Quite a special, so important for us. Louis Vuitton valued that personal proposition and personal connection to the customer. And part of what we're doing to be part of the future and to remain relevant and really maintain a very healthy customer, a reason to come out. Digital is very important to us. The online business, the online landscape, we know that more than 80% of our customers are looking on our website before they enter a store. Our customers, like everyone else's, are very educated. Many years ago, we used to say the most important person in a client relationship was the client advisor or salesperson, because they knew everything. They knew when things were coming. They knew when that thing was happening on Friday before anyone else did. Well, today, that's not the case. We have Instagram and other social media platforms that are informing our customers much faster than we can even inform our own employees in some cases. So we've had to learn to pivot and be part of that. A very informed customer is a self-directed customer. So our goal, when a customer is self-directed, they come in, they know where they're going. Our goal is to put some speed bumps in front of them, to mix it up, to change it up so that they're not always going in the same direction and assuming the same thing. So and shoes to leather goods, we set the table with all of our gifting items. The house is covered in leather goods and hard-sided trunks for coffee tables, and many of our objet nomad pieces become the primary furniture. Clients enter and have an experience that really allows them to dream and see this product in their home. It's Vasha color on there. And what was really interesting to see, some people knew about this pop-up because it was on social media and it was a launch, but many people in the neighborhood didn't. You know, we think everyone knows about Louis Vuitton, but the truth is most people still don't. And to sit inside that store and watch the average commuter who walks this street every single day pass, and their expression sort of, because this green thing had appeared overnight on the corner. The orange one you see there, a very proud moment for us in Chicago. An abandoned warehouse building for 20 plus years, had no electricity, no power, had nothing. And we sort of moved in and had an amazing pop-up there. And in the 3 months where people came in and really felt the history of the brand, it stayed up for almost 6 with 500,000 visitors coming in to see us. What you see in the center there, Saks, New York, Houston on the bottom left, and those 2 Fifth Avenue pictures, this is how we take our existing stores as well and mix it up for our clients. So that client who's walking into Fifth Avenue across the street, our goal is that regularly they walk in and are confused, are surprised, hopefully delighted. But by taking on dream and helping them see the store, the product collection, everything in a very different view, really helps the client understand that this environment is not sterile and it feels quite personal to them. Are taking this to the next level. We have found that clients who we would never imagine buying our hard-sided are buying it because they're more interested in personalizing it than the actual piece or what they want to do with it. There was really no work where he could make a living as an artist. And we stumbled upon his Instagram where he was painting many different things, and we called him in and put him through our sort of process. Today, when you talk to him, he'll tell you that Louis Vuitton changed his life because he can live now and have a job and have a career as an artisan, personalizing our beautiful pieces with customers. And it warms our heart to know that something as simple as a hard-sided can really make a difference. Also on the right, Mexico City and even in Miami. In both cases, the Aspen, as I mentioned, was an existing home. In the Sao Paulo or Miami example, these were just white spaces. We went in and reimagined, again with the purpose of mixing it up for the client and giving the customer a different experience. What does that sound? I apologize. And I'm going to talk over this a little. We have an iPhone for every single client advisor, and it allows us to get personal with the client. What we've learned over time is that mass outreach, mass emailing, mass invitations really don't work. And with this icon platform for our client advisors, we've been able to really stay in touch. Can you hear me over the music? Okay, yes? Sorry. Offering to ship it to your home, helping you choose something new.
Obras de arte no meio da loja, hein?
Isso é o blended retail. Arte, cultura, informação, entretenimento, tudo junto e misturado.
Vuitton, which means beating heart. Beating heart. Cœur battant. Battant beating cœur heart. And just smell. And where does this take you?
Hole or something like that.
Okay, right. So there's a kind of a sweetness, but it's a little bit more complex. It's not like, oh, it's just orange or it's just this. There's a complexity to the sweetness. Okay, like that.
Complexity to sweetness.
E é com os quadros da Mieben. Esse aqui é o monograma. Quando você vê o LV, é o monograma que foi feito em 1896. O nosso produto é desde 1854.
Muito bom. Como é que é o teu nome?
Adriana.
De onde que você é, Adriana?
Do Rio. Portuguesa do Rio.
Não tem problema.
Essa aqui agora, nossa roupa é a coleção de Resort 2020. Então já temos essa coleção agora. Essa coleção aqui é de homem, mas também fizemos para mulher, que é tudo de couro, puff. Essa coleção saiu muito bem pra gente. O nosso...
Que eu tô fazendo. O que você achou legal que eu tô fazendo?
Você tá registrando para poder depois compartilhar isso com outras pessoas.
É,